that it'll make you sleepy, but it's really still good for anxiety, for dealing with anger. So the way it works is you inhale for a count of 4, pause for a count of 4, exhale 4, and pause. So first let everything out of the lungs, and then inhale 2, 3, 4, pause 2, 3, 4, exhale, pause, inhale, exhale. Maybe you visualize a square going around each side of the square with each inhale, pause, exhale, and pause. Counting in your mind or out loud. Just 3 more breaths, just like that. Last 2. After your last pause, you can let the breath return to normal. Taking big breaths, making the breaths the biggest you've had all day. Expanding the ribs in all 4 directions on your inhale, and feeling the belly and the chest fall on the exhale. And with your next exhale, letting the left ear come down towards the left shoulder. Just taking a next stretch here. Just letting the weight of the head do all the work. Inhale as you come through center just for a moment, and exhale, take it on the right side. Softening the shoulders, melting away from the ears. Inhaling as you come through center. For your next inhale, looking up, leading with the chin. And then on your exhale, rolling down, chin towards the chest, keeping the spine long. Inhale as you look up. And exhale, going down. And then coming back to center, taking any other movement that feels good here. And when you're ready, slowly blinking the eyes open, refreshed and ready for class.
Thanks, Sam. Excellent. Remember, Sam has a practice. She's looking for business. Think about it. All right, Team Wheelmill. This is our end of our 3rd week of our class, and we're progressing, I think, pretty well. Some of you might think otherwise, but I think you guys are all doing fine. A couple of things just on the agenda for this week, and it's also posted in Blackboard. Just make sure you are aware of these dates coming up. And we'll talk about the business plan in just a minute, but we do have, just so you're aware of your own schedules and dates coming up for our practicum of business plan discussions, dress rehearsals for the Wells Fargo presentation, bank presentations, and that sort of thing, just so you're aware of these coming up. And I'll naturally, my job is to hound you and remind you over the next couple of weeks. So just be, if you have any questions or concerns or not knowing what's going on, you just be sure to let me know, let Andrew know, let Miguel know, let Sam know, let Andrea know. We're here to help you in any way we can. So Andrew, especially, you don't have to get me a draft of the business plan until Saturday. Anytime this weekend is fine, Andrew. So don't go bananas, and take your time, get what you can. And again, I'm not looking for perfection, just some idea of where we're headed. And if you can get that to me this weekend, Andrew, so I can just look at it over the weekend, that's fine. Okay, don't worry about Friday. So so a couple of open items, especially for the Taylor, I emailed you. I will send you the financial statement template this evening. And Andrew, I'll send you a copy as well. And Miguel, I'm running a little bit behind. I've gotten behind this week, and I apologize. I bit off more than I can chew with my schedule. And so I'm running a day or two behind. So Taylor, look for that this evening. And if you have any questions, we can go over it anytime you'd like individually. So let's just break this down into pieces and talk about it. And if we haven't done much, we haven't done much, and we know what to work on. First of all, let's talk about the product and the tray that we're going to purchase. Have we officially decided on which product to get?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
So it's the Amazon, and it's the $11.
Okay.
We actually had a couple of vendors. Andrea even brought one up to us that cost $8.24, but after the shipping costs and whatnot, it had been above 11. So we have like 2 vendors for sure.
Okay. Okay. Very good. That's good. All right. Did we decide not to do, or are we going to do the stickers that we were thinking about doing?
Mason actually has a cost for that. I believe it's 500 stickers for $87.
Well, there's a bunch of options, but I'm for right now. I found one that is going to be 300 stickers for $65.
That's not bad. That's a good mark. Do you think we should? You guys thinking about doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mainly, I suggested it because of we probably don't need 500 for like
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
So I thought going a lesser amount for less money as well. So.
And also, some customers might not want a sticker on it or whatever. They might just want it plain, for lack of a better word. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. And we'll charge that cost of the stickers to marketing. We'll charge that. Well, let's not charge it to the product. We'll charge it to marketing. Okay. Since we have the option of not putting it on every product, let's charge that to marketing. Mason, you look like that was a bad idea. Did I say something wrong there?
Oh, no. I just
Okay, all right.
really look like this.
Well, after a day of Abadante and Rasam, I'm sure you're probably going, okay, that's enough of this. Okay, I understand that. So
You're not wrong.
okay, we'll leave it at that. The bad thing about it, you got another class after this, don't you? Isn't education fun? But to make it all feel better, I had a Zoom call this afternoon at the noon hour with our alumni office, and I had a lot of former students call in to this chat session that we had. And a few students called in were in the practicum a few years back. And to each one, and I'm not saying this to build me up because I had nothing to do with it, but to each student to the one said how the practicum has helped them with their current job and being able to do it better and being able to train and get up to speed with the job a lot easier going through the practicum. I'm not saying that to blow smoke up my butt or anybody else's butt, but it's something that you should know. We had a few students call in today, and that's the first thing they said is how the question was asked to alumni, what was one course or one professor or one thing at the university that has helped you most since you've been out on the street? And 4 students who were in the practicum said it was the experience in the practicum that has done the most to prepare them for their career. And I thought that was a pretty cool thing to say. And I had nothing to do with it. So that's not, I'm not saying that for that cause. So that's kind of good. Okay, Mason, that's good. So we'll stick with the stickers. I think that's a good thing to do. All right. On another point, I will, Andrew and Mason, I will give you the credit card information this weekend, okay? Just so you have it, and tell you about the confidentiality behind this and the liability about this and all that sort of thing. But I'll give you that this weekend so you have it. If you want to do any purchasing in advance, just let me know before you do it. And just if you want to do any purchasing as far as supplies or whatever you need, I'll give you the credit card this weekend so you have that and you can put it into the website and all that. So we'll talk over the weekend about that.
Okay.
Okay. Again, how it works, and I think we talked about last week, but just how it works is I give you a personal credit card and you use that credit card. And then the good thing about it is I can send the receipts to Talia and we can log it in directly into our financials and the expenses and keep track of it all. And so it's a lot easier just to have it that way. And so that's the reason why we do that. So. Okay, that's that. Anything else in regards to the product we need to discuss?
Yeah, I have a question. So because you just brought up supplies, the way we box the item, does that count for like the item cost or is that a different?
That's going to be how we box it and distribute it and mail it is all marketing costs.
Marketing?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only product cost, the only cost of goods sold, Talia, is the actual physical buy from Amazon. Okay. Anything associated with that is our product cost. All the mailing, all that, that's what we'll call that marketing, advertising, distribution, however we want to call it. But it's below that line. Okay. Not to sound like an accounting geek, but yeah. Good question though. That's a very good question. Anything else in regards to the product? All right. What are we going to sell it for? Have we thought about that at any more length?
$3.50, a chicken McGriddles and a McChicken biscuit are worth waking up for.
Chicken biscuits? What is that?
An intensive care unit nurse, more than 20 years.
Oh, that's Howard. I'm sorry. Have we thought any more about what we're going to sell this product for?
We discussed from 20 to 25.
20 to 25. Okay.
It's most likely gonna be $25.
$25.
Mhm.
Okay. That's good. We're going to have to hustle on selling that.
Oh, yeah.
But that's okay. That's nothing wrong with that. And we always can lower it down the road. That's not a big deal. Okay. Any thought about in regards to that? Let's call it $25. What happens if somebody says, I'd like to buy 2 or 3 of them? Well, are we considering any reduced price if you buy multiple units?
Yes, we're gonna get. So we're still working out the numbers for predictions.
Okay.
So once we get that, Taylor, we'll work that into our spreadsheets.
Okay. Now, how many units are we going to sell? Again, you might not have this information yet, but this is something you should take note of, especially the marketing people, Rihanna and everybody else. How many units do you plan to sell individually? And how many units do you plan to sell via the internet? And do you have any ideas about selling the unit to a corporate partner or organization? 3 questions there. Anybody?
So
Tyler. Okay.
yeah, so I'm gonna try and sell. I'm gonna have my dad send me the money, but he's the CFO of a HVAC company, and he was gonna buy a bunch of them for his workers, so that when they job they can put the tray and eat in their car because of the whole coronavirus thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in Texas, but he was gonna send me the money, and then I was gonna send him. So it's kind of like a corporate.
Fine. How many is a bunch?
I figure he'd probably buy like 15 or 20.
Excellent. Okay. So we need to think about, would he want those right away? Because we got to think about this in our ordering. All right. Because if immediately we got 20 out the door, that's 20 less that we have to sell. And then we have to place another order or whatever. But that's good. Thanks, Tyler. That's wonderful to do that. Are we going to give him a discount or is he going to pay full freight?
You know, he's paying full freight. I'm not giving.
That's what
him
that's what I like to do. Stick to the old man and get it
Yeah,
to him. That's right.
exactly.
Nothing wrong with that. I like that. Okay. Okay. Good. All right. How about my other question about, and also we can develop other corporate relationships if we have it, right? But secondly, how many do we think we're going to sell individually? Like how many, if I go, and how many will Austin sell during the course of the semester? How many are we projecting that David will sell, or Andrew, or Jesleen, or Sebastian? How many you think we could sell individually on our own? Any thought about that?
I kind of brought up to I'm sorry, am I cutting
Oh
something?
no, it's okay. You go, Taylor.
Okay, I kind of brought up to Andrew like a while back that if everybody sold 5 a week and there's 12 of us, that by the end that'd be 600. So maybe start off with everybody selling 5 a week.
Okay. Howard, I need you to turn down your microphone, sir. We're just getting too much feedback and I can't hear anybody. Okay. You don't have to turn down you don't have to turn down the TV. You can just turn down the volume on your computer and then that'll block it out. And then when you want to talk, you can turn it up. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Taylor, did you say 5 units per individual a week?
Per week.
That's a tall order. That's 50 units.
But when you space it out within 5, for example, like Tyler would have already sold 20 of his.
Oh, so you're going to include the corporate sale as part of Tyler's deal?
Right. It was just an example, but.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. That nothing wrong with that. But and Samantha and Andrew will back me up on this one. Saying that we're going to sell that many individually, a lot of students are not going to be able to make that. Okay, that definitely is going to happen, and I just want to tell you up front, to have students sell that amount, so you want to think about that. You should go around to each student. Austin, how many do you think you can do a week? And you go to each student in your group and say, how many think you can do? And then you build on that. And I like the idea of 5. If you can do 5, that's 50 units times 12. That's 600 units. Holy moly, you guys would be rolling in money. All right, but that's a tall order. That's a very tall order. So again, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be maybe keeping the number low in the early weeks and then building up during the course of or keeping most of the sales individually start right away and then they tail off at the end. So again, we can think about this as we develop in the next week about how we're going to do that. But I don't want to put a lot of pressure on you guys. If we can develop things like Tyler did with his dad, or we can develop things with another organization, or we can develop things with, some way anticipating what our internet will do, that takes a lot of pressure off us individually. Okay.
I also have a friend whose dad owns Sunrise Ford out in Fontana. So I'll talk to him and see if he wants to buy some also. Okay.
Do you know Warren Buffett, Tyler, at all?
I could probably find some way to get in contact.
That's a joke. That's a joke. Teaching, but that's good. Okay, great. Okay.
We also have to consider.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We also consider people that live out of state that they may not be able to sell as much or anything at all. I know Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian lives out of state. Who else lives out of state? Anybody else? Okay. Well, in case of Sebastian, yes, he is out of state and he can't sell in Florida. But that means Sebastian's got to, pick up, he's our information officer. He's going to be doing a lot of internet stuff. He can do a lot of development with that. He can spend his time doing that in lieu of sales, and we have to be aware of that. He lives in Florida, nothing he can do about it. And matter of fact, I wish I could visit him. But at the same time, we can't, there's nothing we can do about it. He can't do any sales. We can't do that unless he has he can develop sales like through a corporate partner or something there and then funnel it through like Tyler did for his dad in Texas. That could be something like that. But yes, Sebastian cannot do that. It's just, we can't do that. And that's the way you have to do. And Sebastian will make his efforts doing some other things. So, okay, good point. That's a very good point. So we need to think about this, and we need to think about this more going into next week. Just ask yourself, what can you do as far as networking? What do you know as far as your own group of people or your own network or your own homeboys or your own whatever, what you can sell? If it's 2 a week, if it's 3 a week, it's like Taylor, if it's 5 a week, so be it. and just so we have a projection. That's the key, and an honest projection. Not saying, oh yeah, I can sell 1,000 over the course of the semester. Really? And again, I want to, because we've had this problem in the past. Don't commit to something, and then if you don't do it, you use your own money to buy the product. That ain't gonna work. Okay? Don't use your own money to bail out your projection. That's not the right way of doing it. So that's why I want you to think about long and hard about that, about organizing and committing to what we can sell of this product. Okay. All right. Okay, that's what I had. That's enough of that sales area. Marketing. Any ideas more about marketing the product, or just tell me how we're going in developing the website? Why don't we start there?
Yeah, as far as the website, oh, you could go if you want. As far as the website, I started messing around with WebEx. I just need the logo, and
Okay.
we discussed some ideas. I think Rihanna could talk about it, but we just need to figure that out, and then from there, I guess we could go live on the site too.
Great, Serena. That's great. Rihanna?
Yeah, so as far as the logo, I'm just waiting for, I think, Jasleen to email me her versions, and then I'm working kind of with Miguel on one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be sending a survey out to everyone, like probably within the next hour once I get them. It'll be like the top 4 logo designs, and then everyone will just be able to vote. So then like that'll be figured out by today. And then I kind of talked to Andrew about this before, but I just kind of jotted down like some marketing ideas. So one of the big ones was, so last Saturday I was at Cactus Coffee Shop, the one right here by the school, for like a few hours on Saturday, and they had like this pop-up shop with a bunch of like small local businesses. So I thought it'd be cool if we could get in contact with them. I know they love Laverne students, and I know it's not a regular thing that they do, like it's not regularly scheduled, so we'd have to like figure out when they do it, but I thought that might be a good idea. And then the Pomona Swap Meet and Car Show, their next swap event is like April 18th, and it's $50 to reserve a spot. And I know we would need like tables and stuff, but I thought it might be good, like if we could figure out like within ourselves, like someone who has a pop-up table and like just like a tent or something. And in terms
if I may interject on that one, Rihanna, are we getting ourselves in trouble with the COVID situation on that?
Well,
now if we go to David and say, David, we'd like you to go to this swap meet, his parents catch wind of this and said, no way in hell are you going to be out in the public at a swap meet in Pomona. I don't care if you have mask on or not. Also, I don't know if our dean of the college would speak very kindly about being out in the public. Now, I'm going to check on that, and I've already made inquiries about what's our guidelines this semester about letting our students out in public trying to sell their product. I have a feeling we're going to be rather limited. Okay, great idea, but I don't want to put you guys in risk. Okay, not at all. So, I don't want you, because first of all, I'm thinking of your parents and your family and the people around you, and I'm thinking about you. And this is still a very dangerous issue, and we have to be careful. And so, you can keep with those thoughts and keep inquiring about it, but ask them, if you're inquiring about at the Pomona, at this fair, what is this fair doing about social distancing? What are they doing about buying and selling? Are they going to be actually open to the public and public can go? And how many public people they're going to let into this thing? That's a question that could limit how many we could sell there, because there might not be very many people there. So if, one of the things I would suggest, if we do something like that and it's safe enough for us, is use that as an advertising area, and we would pass out information at this event for our website and have people be able to go to the website by giving them that information. But please proceed with this, Rihanna, but I'm giving you the university concerns about this, and we don't want to put you guys into danger. That's the farthest thing from our minds is to put you in a situation where you're in the public and you have limited social distancing and put you at peril, and we don't want that to happen. Okay. Okay, good. But again, those thoughts are good. And also we should think about, if any of you guys are social media savvy, an Instagram page or a Facebook page or something like that. Also, let's get with our associated students governing group and maybe use them as a reference, and they can get our name out in that group. Or if anybody has any connections at the radio station, Leo FM, or anything like that, we could hook up a partnership with them to do some free advertising or whatever through them, through our own community, and use that as a way of getting the word out through our local people. Also, you should put together maybe a flyer or something in that regard, so we can give and distribute to the various departments on campus. Send it over to the human resources department, send it over to the athletics department, send it over to various departments, and have them aware of your product, and they can have a website that they can go to and take a look at it and might be interested in buying it. Okay. Also, we can use, listen to me, I'm a finance guy and I sound like a marketer. God save me. But again, we can also think about, it's in a couple of weeks, it'll be Easter. A lot of people look for Easter gifts. This is this is not what you call a religious Easter gift by far, but at the same time, it's a gift you can give somebody as an Easter present for a celebration for Easter. Maybe one of our first ad campaigns would be, this is Easter season. How would you like to have a gift? For somebody in regards to an Easter gift, some type of deal like that, or along those lines. But so those are various ideas we can look at. And Rihanna, your idea is great. Let's just make sure it's safe. That's the key thing. Okay.
I also I had this like marketing campaign idea, since spring break is coming up.
Yeah.
Like pushing like people doing like road trips and stuff, like that it'd be perfect for those. So I thought that might be a thing to start working on.
That's good. But road trips that are within your family and safe, not saying get a bunch of dudes together and let's go to Vegas and we'll take the wheel meal tray as we go to Vegas. I don't think President Lieberman would take too kindly to that idea, or anybody else on campus. So again, if we think about it and take the appropriate social areas in regard to it, that's a great idea, Rihanna. I totally agree. Spring break is a great thing. Some of us might be going to visit grandma or going to visit someplace else or something, and that might be a handy item for food, for eating, or for laptops or whatever. Exactly. I think that's a great idea. Okay. Anything else, Rihanna?
Not about marketing, but I do have something about the charity.
Go ahead, please.
So I emailed them, like it was a pretty long email about like just who we are, what we're doing. And I kind of let them know that like if we're having like our check presentation at the end of the semester, like we'd love if a representative can join. And come to find out, one of their board members is actually the executive director of our Lewis Center.
Sarah Rodman?
Yep.
Excellent.
So she'll be at our Zoom call.
Sarah's a friend of mine, so I'm going to bust her chops. She better buy a few of these. All right, that's good. Oh, that's wonderful. And I know Sarah very well. I'm teaching some financial literacy courses through the Lewis Center this coming March and April. And that's a great idea. Matter of fact, I'm going to use that as a sales pitch for our team. And that's great. Okay, wonderful, Rihanna. That's wonderful. So she's involved in this, huh?
Yeah, she's one of their board members.
Wow, I never knew that. Excellent, excellent. Well, that's great news. I like that. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you, Rihanna. That's wonderful. Great news. Andrea, do we need to discuss anything involving the website or knowledge or any information or anything like that? Andrea.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
What the hell you doing?
I was brushing my hair.
How's it look?
Not too great, honestly.
All right, we need to work on that. But besides that, I sent you a chat. There you are. I sent you a chat earlier. Oh, your hair looks, it's hurting. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
Sorry.
Andrea, is there anything we need to discuss about the website or the training or anything like that?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I covered most of it last week, but if anyone does have any questions, they can contact me. I'll put my phone number in the chat for you guys.
Thank you. That's wonderful. And also, yeah, that'd be good. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Andrea, thank you. In regards to the financial plan, Taylor, I'm not expecting too much. So and you and I can talk off camera after the class is done. That's why haven't been in a big rush to get you the template, because I'm not expecting much this weekend in regards to the financial projections. We're still trying to sort things out as far as costs and marketing and sales and that sort of thing. So there's not much we can really do until we get a lot of this information, and that'll be next week. So Taylor, don't worry about crunching numbers or not having anything, because it's still a little bit early for you and I to do this. Okay. Okay, good. You've been very patient in dealing with all my sending you the wrong email address after all these weeks. Good God. So thank you, Taylor, for being patient on that regard. I see a chat question. What's going on here? Oh, there's Andrea's phone number. Oh, very nice. Can you give us your social security number too, Andrea? Do you mind? Haha, forget it. Howard, do you have anything for our distinguished group today? Mr. Hawkins. We need to unmute you, sir.
All right.
There you go.
Andrew, did you get my email?
I believe not. No. When did you send it?
Well, I sent it yesterday, the day before. I sent it to andrew.arenas@laverne.edu.
That's my email.
Yeah, I got that. You copied on me on that, Howard, and I received it, so it's out there.
Well, I came across a name. To me, a very good prospect would be a delivery type company where somebody's utilizing the car tray as part of their job. And Andrew, I'll resend this. There's a company that I noticed in the newspaper. It's in Irvine. And the headline I saw was that they had hired 140,000 drivers. And the name of the company is Delivery Drivers LC. I guess it's an LLC. And these drivers are independent contractors. And when you go to the website, you'll see that they are involved in delivering all kinds of material. Somebody named Walmart is their biggest client.
Never heard of them.
So I would think it's worth a try. And Rihanna, are you the corporate partner person?
I'm not. I believe Jasleen is.
It's Jasleen.
Okay. Because again, that might be worth a try. And nothing ventured, nothing gained.
That's right.
So again, it's very impressive when you go to their website and you see to the extent that they are involved. I don't know how wide an area they cover, but it's again headquartered in Irvine. And again, I just thought off the top of my head that a good prospect would be somebody who is actually working out of their car and needs the tray to do work on. So anyway, that was my idea, and we'll see if it might bear fruition.
That's great. That's great, Howard. I'm going to forward your email to Jasleen and to Eric Wilson on our team, and they're both working on events and corporate relations and that sort of thing. So I'll forward it on to them as well, so they can look it over and get some ideas maybe from that. So I'll forward your email to them because I have it. Howard, one other thought, and you and I talked about this last week. Did you hear back from that lady about perhaps visiting our group?
Well, no, I had held back on that.
Okay. All right.
You had expressed idea about waiting, but I'd be happy to. Her name is Ronnie Ramos.
Yes, right. I remember her. Why not?
And I'd be happy to contact her.
Could you contact her and maybe have her visit us maybe the first or second week of our sales period, either the week of March 8th or the week of March 22nd. March 15th is spring break, so we're not going to be around. But the week of March 8th or March 22, if she could come in and visit us.
Sure. Which day is better?
Thursday, either March 11th or March 25th.
Okay, I will do so.
That'd be great. Thanks, Howard. All right, appreciate it. I had Rihanna, another thing about Sarah and the charity. Could you get in contact with her and ask her maybe at some point down the road, like in March or April, if she could visit us at a class and tell us a little bit about the charity?
Yeah,
in her perspective? I think that would good. If you could schedule a Thursday with her, maybe in the latter part of March or April, where she could be a guest of our class and talk to us about the charity.
Yeah, I can get in contact with her.
That'd be great. Thank you. Thank you. Don't mention my name, then she won't come. No, that's a joke. Okay. Andrew, am I missing anything? And have I not covered anything that we should be covering?
No, I believe you got it all right now.
Okay. Miguel, do you have anything to add?
Can I also be part of the email that you're going to send out to?
Done. Yep, I will. You're on the list. Okay. Does anybody have anything else to discuss or go over?
I have a quick question. So
Yes,
how many
Serena.
units are we buying?
Say that one more time.
How many units are we buying?
How many units are we buying, Mason?
From what I could tell right now, we're going to be selling 200. We're going to buy 200.
Buy 200. Are we going to buy 100, then buy another 100, or are we going to buy the whole 200 all at once?
We might buy the 200 all at once.
Okay. All right.
That's not ideal.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. We
Well,
can
we've
talk
actually
later
got-
about that. But it looks like, Serena, the big number is 200.
Got it. So is that like our main goal of how much we're supposed to sell?
Yes, ma'am.
Got
If
it.
that's what you guys think.
Just one more thing to add.
Yeah.
So thanks to Mason, we finally got our guess county costs. So for shipping sales tax. So it seems like there's 2 people in our group with like 7.75.
Yep.
Yes, we're gonna see if we could get some people to share the inventory. So we'll split it up.
Okay.
So Mason will send out a message today, hopefully.
Wonderful.
or a couple days.
Okay.
So we're discussing that.
That's great. That's
Mhm.
great. Okay, good. All right. There's 2 ways you can go about inventory. You can have one person like Mason have it all, and then as you sell things individually, he can send it to you, or you send him the information for mailing, and poor Mason is stuck mailing everything out. Or you can send the inventory to each individual student. They're responsible for it. They will sell the product, and then they mail it out. So, or you can do a combination thereof. Anyway, as long as you're accountable, and we will do this on a weekly basis, so you will be accountable. But there's a variety of different ways to do this, and I would think to ease Mason's burden would probably be the most recommended. We don't want him to shave off his beard or do anything drastic during the course of this event. So at the same time, we want him to keep smiling and be able to manage all this. So that'll be a good thing. And Sebastian, I know you're listening in, and I know because you are in Florida, we mentioned it earlier, you can't do much selling, but your expertise and you're getting involved in the website will be a major factor in helping us be successful. So I know you were traveling last week and missed some of the training. So if you can get involved and up to speed on the website and how it all works would be advantageous to us all. A nice momentary pause. And nothing, and we'll continue. Okay. All right. Sam, do you have anything to add in your very cute looking Leo hat?
Thank you. Thank you. I was just going to tell you guys that TikTok is a really great marketing tool, and also Canva. If any of you know what Canva is, it's really great for your flyers. And what's nice about it is they have different shapes. So you can have ones that are just for stories, for posts that are square. But yeah, TikTok, we did like a cheesy one at the
You
time.
did. It was
a
cheesy.
trend.
It was cheesy.
Yeah. Where like we did like we sold cards and we passed it like to the screen. And then, yeah, so, and I'm sure that Andrea can testify as well that it's just like really fun to do that.
Mhm.
And it's a way to get you guys all in the same video without having to be together, and you can edit in there. So that's a fun one if you want to make an account, or if you want to just use one person's account. But yeah.
Also be a very cute thing to put in your bank presentation or something along those lines,
Mhm.
where it could be picture of Sebastian on the beach at in Miami, or Jasleen at some location where she lives near, and Tyler with his visiting his dad in Texas and freezing, and wherever. But it can be all different sorts of things about showing your personalities. And Eric can be at a Laker game watching them lose another one, or whatever. And we can have a variety of different things, and TikTok's a good vehicle, and I'm sure you guys are all experts on that. Austin, what are you drinking there? It's intriguing me. Austin, what's going on?
Oh, it's empty, but it was Gatorade, Glacier Cherry.
Gatorade. How was it? Everything all right? You worked out today?
Yeah. I worked out earlier today.
All right, great. Austin, anything you can add about advertising?
No. Kind of, I have a couple friends who have pretty big TikTok followings. So
okay. Is it not nasty or anything like that? We're getting in trouble by them putting things up. Okay, all right. That's good. Well, you're doing some great advertising for Gatorade, I might say, during the course of this class. So good job on that.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Austin. All right. Anything else, Sam? Okay. On another point, change subject just slightly. Sam, I'm thinking about getting AirPods. Are they worth it?
Definitely.
All right, thank you. Because I look like I'm in the Russian Science Space Center here with these stupid headphones. Okay, thank you, Sam. All right, Howard, anything else you can add to this distinguished group?
No, not at this time. I'm just anxious to see if they think that the company delivery drivers might be worthwhile pursuing.
All right, and I'll send that out to everybody, and they can look at it.
The business plan, I would like Andrew to send me a copy, but we can talk about that later.
Yep. And he can send you that draft, even though it's just a draft. We can, yes, definitely everybody look at it, and that'll be everybody's input is important in that. Okay. I'm done with my questions, and I know I had a lot of them, but you guys.
You're on mute.
We can't hear you.
I think he just muted himself.
Sorry. Does anybody have anything else to add around the room? Does anybody have any questions or anything you want to add to our discussion? Okay. Now I always ask this question during the third week. Let's make sure, are you guys getting supported, or are you talking about your business plan in any of your other classes? Finance, marketing, or management? Are you talking about those? Are you in discussions about those? Are they helping you, or whatever? Is everything okay with that? Honest.
I mean, Abadante talks about it and like sending it to him. That's not necessarily a opinion on him as a teacher, but he talks about it. And then Rossum.
Boy, that's a political answer. Well done. Okay, go ahead.
And then Rossum, to be honest, I don't know what she's talking about half the time. I don't know. I read her notes and I go, I'm not really sure what's going on in this class.
Should definitely
Has she
talk.
mentioned anything about asking to see your business plan or helping out with the marketing part of the business plan?
Yeah. Yeah.
She asked for our charity, which I sent, and part of our marketing plan, but that was in the beginning, like a week ago.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you. It's just good for me to know about that. And I know in the management class, Professor Hicks's class, is he discussing anything about the management organization structure of the team for the business plan? Tyler?
Not that I can really remember. I mean, he just always says send the business plan. It's never like explaining the management section of it.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if anyone else has heard something different.
Okay.
But-
Just for me to get, one of the things that's can be frustrating for students and for professors is not everybody on the same page half the time. And so I want to make sure that at least our little unit is on the same page. And I know what you guys are doing in your other classes and up to speed on anything I can do to make that a little bit better. So that's why I bring this up. I'm not asking you to tattle on a professor. I could care less. But I just want to know where you stand and what's going on, just so I can make you guys more efficient. And so Austin doesn't have to drink another bottle of Gatorade because he's going to have to go to the bathroom all night. So we want to make sure he wants to stay away from that. That's a good point. All right. Geez, I'm ending so early. I feel guilty, but maybe you need a little break before Hicks anyway. So that's probably a good thing. What time's his class, Andrew?
I believe it's at 5.
Oh yeah, so I'll give you a little break. That's good. So Eric and Jesleen and Miguel, I'll send you forward Howard's letter to you. Taylor and Andrew, I'm going to forward you some information this evening about some files that I'd like you all to look over, and will help us in getting you up to speed on the infrastructure and how we're doing all this. I'm getting yelled at, to be honest with you. I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I'm getting yelled at by Wells Fargo in our business office because I'm late in giving them some information. So I got to get my acting gear and get that to them so they don't keep being mad at me. So, but that's not your problem. That's my problem. I've just been a little bit lazy. I think the good word is lazy. We all get lazy. I've been lazy this week. The hell with them anyways. If they get mad at me, who cares? All right. So that's where we stand. Thanks for a good week. We'll see you in the last Wix training session next Tuesday. Is that the last? Yes, it's the last. And and then we move on to a twice a week schedule. And Rihanna, if you could keep developing your marketing strategies, and Mason and everybody else, and Serena, let's talk about the infrastructure of our distribution of our product and how many we're going to sell and who's going to sell, and keep working on that. And I'll look forward to seeing some of this in your draft over the weekend of your business plan, and then we'll critique it in a good fashion, in a helpful fashion, and then move forward into next week. So if that's it, if there's nothing else, Howard, again, I appreciate your time and thank you. And
My pleasure.
We'll see you all next week, everybody, and I'll be in touch with some of you in the next few days and over the weekend. Okay?
Mhm.
Thanks, everybody.
Mhm.
Not too bad.